contractor, was that the 4,000 silt fence, the part they were putting toward the gravel? Or I thought in your notes you said the contractor was absorbing some of the cost for this.
He was absorbing some of the cost. I don't know if it's specifically that 4,000 for the silt fence or if it's just a total amount that's not included with the rest of the totals. I think that might have been Dustin's update, that particular portion, Bob.
Okay.
But I know the contractor he was a little overzealous on using gravel. He admitted that, but it made for a better project. And he did absorb some of the cost of that increase. And did it exceptionally fast. The project was done in a week.
And that 31,000 is the entire, that's not the split.
Right, yeah, that's the total cost of the project, so that's a 90-10, so our portion is gonna be $3,300. From a project that was originally gonna be about 41,000.
I make a motion that we approve this.
Second.
A motion by Schweitzer, I have a second by Holland. I need a roll call, please.
Holland,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Hermson,
Yes.
Schweitzer,
Yes.
Ingen,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 9, motion to adopt a resolution approving partial pay estimate number 1 final, totaling $31,353.80 for work performed by Custom Concrete LLC for the airport AWS access road. And I think we just talked about that.
Yeah.
And this
Any
is
other
for 95% of the project.
I'll make the motion.
A motion by Hill,
Second.
second by Davis. Roll call, please.
Hill,
Yes.
Hermson,
Yes.
Schweitzer,
Yes.
Ingen,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Holland.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 10, motion to adopt a resolution improving certificate of completion
Can I ask
authorizing.
one question here? I think, Steve, you mentioned 3,300 was 10%, and then I think somebody said it was 5%?
No, he meant 90-10, didn't you?
90-10.
It changed from,
Well, it's 90-10,
Right.
but we're approving 95%
5%.
payment, because we usually have
okay,
5% retainage.
retainage,
Got you.
yeah. Okay. All right, we're on item 10. I need a motion.
So moved.
I have a motion by Schweitzer,
Second.
second by Holland. Roll call, please.
Hermson,
Yes.
Schweitzer,
Yes.
Ingen,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Holland,
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Item 11, motion to adopt a resolution approving the proposal submitted by Joel Schmidt for work to be formed at the riverbank adjacent to Oakwood Cemetery totaling $1,000.
And Joel Schmidt, he's the gentleman that mows the cemetery, works for Kurt White, who has the contract out there. And he approached the mayor and I a few weeks ago about the idea of trimming that area down. If you recall, probably I guess 3 or 4 years ago, we got that first round of iJobs money to trim the riverbank there, and that was done. And now it's starting to grow up again. And so he'd like to preserve that viewpoint that you have from the cemetery there, and go in and trim down the brush and growth that's down in there before it gets too bad. And he's willing to donate half of his time to do so. He estimates it's going to take about 200 hours, but he only wants to be paid for 100 of those hours. The only request he has is that he'll have a trailer and tractor there to use, and that if the city could hook up to the trailer and haul it out to the brush dump to dispose of it. So. He's even had the weed killer
Donated. Yes, he has. Like I say, Steve and I went down, looked at the area, and it's if any of you were familiar with that, when they come with iJobs, these guys did a great job. At one time when you went down there, you couldn't even see them little dams until they brushed that out, of course, on that side. And what's happened now is it's starting to fill back in, And at that time, they didn't have he's got the proper weed killer now. They kinda used a commercial Roundup, if you will, wasn't effective enough. But some of these, if you go down there, some of these branches and the vines are coming up and killing these trees. And so Joe will go down there and remove all that stuff. So that's what the project is.
And he mentioned it'd probably be he'd start this fall and probably work into the spring possibly too, depending on his availability and weather and all that stuff, so.
I'll make a motion.
Have a motion by Hill,
Second.
second by Engen. Roll call, please.
Switzer,
Yes.
Engen,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Holland,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Harmson.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 12, motion to adopt a resolution approving the purchase of protective footwear not to exceed $150 every 2 years.
And this is something we've been talking about in our safety committee meetings, and I know it's been discussed before about requiring some protective footwear for public works employees that are at risk in that type of work environment. And so we did some research to get an idea of what a decent pair of protective boots would cost, and from what we found, $150 goes a long ways towards buying a good decent pair of boots. And we thought we'd implement it so that